everybody. It's Wednesday night. I'm in an old-fashioned cabin, and Jorge is still in the Black Lodge as always.
As
What's up? I'm Justin,
I'm Jorge.
and as we just said, we are here. It's Wednesday night. It's character time. How is everything, Jorge? What's new with you?
Oh man, just off the confetti. That was a misclick, but I'm not mad at it.
No, celebrate.
Um,
Celebrate it.
um, Off the heels of a very fun, very very gay characters welcome live show, and I say
Yes.
that knowing that that the three people in these rectangles right now were also there in attendance.
Yes, great. All rectangles accounted for.
hmm
Really good. What's happening
Really
here?
good.
People here. It's very funny. Schleukler, this comment here. Justin is somewhere where the Wi-Fi router is next to the microwave, so he loses internet when anyone makes popcorn. This is true. This isn't just a classic Shoik. I was doing my comic book show last night, and my family made popcorn twice during the show, and both times just fully blinked out. The second time I was like, guys, how badly do you need popcorn right now?
Can we not use the oven? That is genuinely a thing. Microwaves, just like out 2.4
Yes.
like gigahertz microwaves.
Just something I learned, but
Yeah.
wow, Jodium dropping some knowledge.
Yep.
And I'm going to look up all of those words and letters.
I'm gonna look up those numbers, what the GHZ stands for.
Yes.
But yeah, fresh off the show. Show was so very good, so very funny. You and Eric, who he's got to be on his way, right? He's got to be on.
Great question. Great question. Eric is got out of the city as well to partake in the July 4th festivities on his drive to wherever. We're in a similar latitude, but different attitude. You know what I'm talking about? That's where Eric is. You know what I mean? So he got a flat tire, was delayed. It was like a 10-hour trip for him. It's all set to join us here in the Rectangles. His partner's brother-in-law gets a second flat tire. So he's in some sort of like nail in the road situation.
He's in some sort of Mad Max hellscape where all the roads are just spikes.
Yes. And you know what? Honestly, Eric is the kind of person that would vacation. Yeah, shouts to Raisin Delta. Eric would vacation in a Thunderdome situation and be like, "What? This is perfect. It's just the kind of beach environment I like. A waterless beach."
He likes to just lay down. I know what you're calling for. I'm grabbing it.
No, you don't have to. We've all seen it. We have all seen Eric's.
If we keep this photo, then it's like he's here with us and we're on the beach with him.
Yeah. I love, speaking of this photo, we'd usually make fun of the how shallow the water is, but we've neglected to make fun of the fact that he's showing off a pretty shell that he found to a parent, basically, in this photo. Like, look, mommy, I found a really shiny one. And I
found one.
Look at that. Except he's frowning because he hates beauty.
Yeah.
He hates the beautiful things.
He hates anything gorgeous.
Yes.
Except his partner.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
But here we are. It's summertime. I feel the summer vibes really expressing themselves right now.
Yeah.
You, Jorge, how hot is it where you are?
It is pretty hot. I'm in my office now with the world's oldest window AC unit that is doing its best.
Yes.
And if we turn it off for even 30 seconds, this entire room goes up in flames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those ACs, those old ACs, there's something about them. They're probably poison or something. But like
100%.
It's that old like, we'll get this room cold, you fuckers. And then
as it pumps out coal and asbestos into the air, both outside and inside.
There's an old cold. There's an old cold to those ACs.
Friend of the show, Ashley Everhart, her and I have the same like U-shaped, like newer Medea window units. I have that in the bedroom. No big deal. We've got multiple bedrooms here.
We're multiple bedrooms, multiple ACs. This is a flex.
Can you believe? Well, the flex here is that like I spent the money for the one that's in the bedroom. Here in the office, like I guess I'll just die. I'm not going to
Yeah.
spend hundreds of dollars on, this one still works. But if it falls out of the window, I wouldn't be upset at it.
Yeah. Great. Just what you. Oh, that asking for an AC unit to fall out of the window is truly a New York personal curse that you've put on yourself.
Yeah. There is something to that, and I can hear the comments coming in right now from one commenter in particular.
Yeah, exactly.
No, no,
But one very localized
no.
comment.
I'm not going to take the words out of your mouth. Please continue. And she's deleting the comment. Okay,
No, put it
okay.
up.
Here's the thing. Okay, all right. It could be cooler in here. It could be. Wait, I could be cooler if my desk was there, because the AC unit is pointing directly into my partner's desk space where she is sitting. Yeah. But like, I'm here because I wanted to have this beautiful background.
Yes, and it's worth every penny, worth every sweat bead that's collecting on your brow. Let me also say, I feel like the first comment of like, you could be cooler. I mean, I think there's a second meaning there. I think is what
We
that's
all
what we're
we all
talking about. You could be a
yeah.
little cooler,
But
dude.
I've never met a performer whose partner is not the cooler one.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, wow. Great answer.
Yeah, I
There
know.
it is. So I can freeze while I blast AC and complains about being warm. Oh, this is a girl gift to the Magi situation. You guys
Yeah.
need to swap. You need to sacrifice it all for each other.
I've come up with a solution, and the solution is throwing money at a 3D printer, and then I would 3D print a tube that goes from the vents directly underneath my own desk.
I like the 3D printer as the middleman when really there are tubes. There are tubes right now.
The
There are
tubes right
tubes.
now.
You don't need to invent a tube.
What do you mean? I need a custom made tube.
Yeah. Now, if you want to make it like a sick pink tube, then get your pink tube. Yeah, you need that ball chiller, right? Right on down. One other thing, we did have the Pride shows. We talked about on Friday. It was a blast. My babysitter bailed the day of the show, so I had my kids there. So the show was a lot like the live stream for Jorge, where my kids were just randomly running around backstage,
Mhm.
popping up on the screen. After the show, well, they saw a lot of things that they hadn't seen, perhaps,
Mhm.
but they were
Mhm.
backstage at the UCB Theater. Very cool. After the show, I haven't even told her this yet, but they said, I was like, "What did you like?" They were like, "That last girl with the blonde ponytail, Ashley Everhart, favorite. Loved her piece."
That she's
So
going to
shouts to them.
explode. That's
Ah,
incredible. You got to let her know.
I know I have to tell her.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully she's watching right now. But man,
Hopefully.
great to have
Shout
the
out.
kids out in the town.
Yeah. What as you and Eric were kind of going through your warm ups and kind of just practicing before the show had started, I caught I want to say one or both of your daughters peeking from behind the curtain. I was like, wow, this really is just a magical internet moment. Come light up.
Yeah. Sometimes the internet comes directly to life right in front of our eyes. And
Parts of it shouldn't.
that's no good. That is not good news. All right. What do you say we welcome out some characters?
I
That's what
I
we're here
I think we
for.
should. I actually think we should do some characters, because after all, this is a character show, and the good people have paid good money, genuinely good money this time, through our
Yes.
very own Patreon, to see some characters.
That's right. We'll talk about the Patreon in a little bit, but before we get to that, let's get us a character on the stage. Very excited for this first character, a person that we hear a lot about, but we don't ever get to really interact.
We
And
don't get to see the world from their eyes, other than
yeah,
like the 4.5-ish minutes that they give us.
yes, exactly. And I want more. Maybe I'm greedy. Please welcome out to the rectangles, the Piano Man. Who?
Ooh.
It's 5 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He says, "Son, can you play me a memory? Fuck off, old man, read the sign. I never considered that man was a wizard. Now I'm cursed till the day that I die. I'll sing you a song, I'm the piano man. Half piano, half man. Finely tuned flesh freak of nature, whose life is anything but grand. I used to be somebody, you know, I had a job and a kid and a beautiful wife named Penny. Now all I do is sit here in this bar all day drinking lemon pledge margaritas while my insides are pulverized by the 88 tiny hammers growing in my back. Ow, 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 ow. My skin is made of mahogany and my bones are cast iron. I weigh 800 pounds and I live in a 6th floor walk-up. I can't hug my son anymore without covering him in splinters. But ruining my life wasn't enough for that African douchebag. Oh no. Now Jack at the bar is a friend of mine. I could say that his life's on the rocks. His cardinal sin was to skimp on the gin, mixing drinks for that dick-headed cock. It doesn't stop. Mark beat him at darts, well, you get the point. Karaoke night, Mike sang off key. And Lou took the piss, well, he's taking the piss. He's a toilet. He's a British humor for you. Oh God, here comes the piano solo. Oh God, this is gonna hurt. No, you can do this. Are you a piano or are you a man? You got this. Oh my God, Jack, I'm sorry. Oh God, I'm a monster. I deserve this. Oh, the pain. Oh God. Oh my God. Oh Jack, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I need this. It's so bad. Oh God.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Oh, I did the piano so early. Oh God. Here it is. Oh man. Oh God. Sorry, Jack. So, I'll sing you a song, I'm the piano man. A half piano, half man. Finely tuned flesh freak of nature, whose life is anything but grand. Oh, look, there he is. There he comes to bask in his grotesque creation. If it's Albus Dumbledick, huh? Yeah? What else can you take from me, huh? What else do you want? Oh, that's right, you're turning around, you're leaving, that's right. Oh, well, you're not even gonna leave a tip, huh? Oh, you are. Oh, well, thanks. Oh, yeah, a penny? After all this, you gave me a stupid penny? Wait a second. Penny?
Oh my, that was an epic. Beth Ann Powers, everybody.
Hey.
Hello. Billy Joel's, he's out. And I think this is the timeliness of this coming through right now is huge.
Yeah, this is the time. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Yes. Now, can you talk to me this costume? Where did this start? Where did the piece start, if I may?
It started in Eric's character class. Wrote it there, and then the costume I made. There's a mask too, and I couldn't find it in time, so we
That's awesome. I love the. I guess you could sense a little Eric fingerprints on this. Taking something in the pop culture and turning it into a horrifying monster is straight out of the playbook.
Mm.
Very fun. Are you a Billy Joel fan from way back?
We played piano man and marching band when I was in high school. That's as far back as it goes, unfortunately.
That's plenty. That's plenty. Where are you coming to us from? There's a tree out there. You're not in the city.
There's a tree?
I
guess that is the backyard. Yeah, I'm in DC right now.
DC, nice. Yeah. Where outside of DC or in the
I'm in Alexandria, so like right outside DC.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah.
Are you plugged into the DC comedy scene?
I am. Yeah, I am in a couple teams out here. Rails Comedy, co-founder
Yes.
of Chaps, DC's first all-women sketch team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And actually performing in New York though in next, not this coming Friday, next Friday.
Very cool.
Yeah, solo, doing a solo character at
You're
Pitt.
you're
Yeah.
doing. Oh, is it SoloCom? Is that
I did it at SoloCon and I'm doing it again.
this is so you're rogue. You're going
Yes,
solo.
I'm doing it
You're
solo.
going solo with solo.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's
Yes.
really exciting. How so you're just like, I'm doing it. I'm heading up to New York and I'm bringing it back.
Yes. That's the plan. Yeah. So people should come.
Yeah, yes, good. And so it's July 11th, I think you
Yes.
said, at the Pit.
At the
What
Pit,
time?
9 p.m.
9 p.m.
9 p.m.
Fantastic. That is and have you done it in DC as well?
I haven't done it in DC.
You're like, this is New York only. This is
only.
exclusive character work.
I'm sure it'll happen in DC at some point. But
That's awesome.
yeah.
What can you give us a preview of any of the other characters in the show? Give us a little tease.
Sure. Well, there's the guy from the board game operation auditioning for America's Got Talent.
Great.
There's a worm, butt half of a worm. So the worm gets cut in half, the butt half comes alive and does a Shakespeare monologue, a Shakespearean existential monologue. There's a hall monitor who thinks he's Batman, like a middle school hall monitor thinks he's Batman.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. I love the like we were just saying, a known thing that you're just ramping up into insanity, right where you want to be.
Exactly.
A lot of folks talking about you got to rewatch it later, Z-Core. These are funny in a list. I love the game Operation from Kathy L.
Then you're gonna love you're gonna love that character. You should come.
Very cool. Well, where else can people find you?
Yeah.
Here.
Beth Ann is funny is my Instagram. That's probably best way to follow me specifically. But my sketch team's Rails Comedy, Chaps Comedy on Instagram also.
But most importantly,
but most importantly, Friday the 11th at 9 p.m. at Pitt.
I look forward to seeing what your luggage jammed with props.
It is. It is. Yeah, it's a production. I don't go light on the costumes, obviously.
Yes, no, and that's awesome. So are you? I know I was just about to let you go, but did you sew that together?
It's a lot of hot glue actually, but yeah,
hot
and
glue.
This is like white duct tape, and this is like a foam core thing, and then I like white duct tape, and then this is like hot glue with some like red on it to make it look bloody, and then yeah.
That's awesome. It looks like so legit though. It's like
that's my specialty, making slapdash together costumes look legit.
Yeah. That's good. I get as far as slapdash and I'm like, that's it. That's all I have in me. My duct tape just doesn't look as good as yours.
Well, thank you. I worked hard on it.
Yes. No, that's really cool.
Thank you.
Well, that's awesome. Well, then head to the Pit on July 11th to see the full. I got to see this Operation costume for sure.
Oh, you do need to see it. It is
because if you go hard on Piano Man, I can't imagine what that Operation outfit's going to look like.
You just wait and see. You got to come see it.
Wait and see. I like the wrestling vibes. All right, Beth Ann, thank you for being here. We'll see you soon, and we'll see you on July 11th.
Yay!
Later.
Come back anytime. Hello, Jorge.
Hello, it's me again. Unless you wanted to if you wanted just the Justin show.
No. I like to talk. Oh, look at you can really see the environment when you get all big.
Yeah, you can get the whole.
Look at this. This is this is the house that my mom lives in now, but my dad built this. This is an octagonal room that he built when he was 18 years old. Yeah.
One
And
singular generation before us is so cool.
I know. I don't have that. I don't have that.
I don't have
I don't have
that.
that. I sort of cosplay. I have the blue collar cosplay is what I'm here.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm up here, I'm like, look, I'm here. But it's
I can't
not
wait
the
for
skill set.
the blue collar character merch that we'll see pretty soon. From one
Exactly.
urban gardener to another.
Yeah. Oh man, suburban carpenter.
Ooh, that's good.
Something to think about.
There's something there,
Uh,
yeah.
This is usually the portion of the show where we talk about hitting us up on the business Venmo, and please do that
Right.
because we still do that, and that's how we keep it going. Whatever comment you put in there, we will read aloud on this here stage, this here digital stage. In fact, I see one just blowing through the door right now with a little segment. So let's jump to a little segment that we call Stoner Thoughts.
Stoner thought.
Wow, nice. If Eric's away, you can get loose with it. He's the one that gives you all the notes.
He makes me so self-conscious. I love that
He
guy.
is. Here it is, Stoner Thoughts. At times like these, I think about the last trip I spent with my uncle. We were hunting, and the last thing I remember him saying was, "Your safety's off." Good times. Wow. Perhaps the most Jack Handy of all the Stoner Thoughts was that one.
That
right
one's
there.
pretty good. That's a pretty good one.
When I just picked up my wife to bring her up here into the woods, and she was like, "Oh man, got to get some gummies." I was like, "The gummies they don't grow naturally. We missed the chance
We can't.
to purchase gummies.
We can't.
There's
And she's
weed
talking about
literally
Primo.
everywhere. The woods is where weed comes from. So I'm sure we'll just find some growing native.
You'll just find some magical gummies growing from the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like the gummy bears. But what I was saying before is we did, as Jorge so strategically whispered into the microphone, we have launched a Patreon. Please check it out. Sign up. We have so many things we're doing, additional content. We just released the first episode of the Green Room podcast where Eric and I sat down with Graham Techler and we talked for an hour and a half. I didn't even realize it until I was cutting it. We talked for so long. And tomorrow morning, we're dropping our first game night video podcast where Eric and I played. Yes, that's the Green Room podcast. Tomorrow comes verse versus verse, where Eric and I and two guests play a game of writing magnetic poetry on the fly. It's very fun. There's a clear winner at the end. Is all I'll say.
Very fun. You know what I love is that there's already, and it's not like you didn't promise this, but there's already like content being filled there already. Like you guys really did like hit the ground running, and to quote Michael Hartney, you have demolished his schedule.
Yeah, and he's not even in half of it, so I don't know what he's talking about. And he hasn't even touched a computer as far as generating it. But yes, Lululemon, we are playing the game Ransom Notes, to give you a brief small spoiler on it, but it is a very fun game that Eric. It's like competitive magnetic poetry writing, basically.
Okay.
And Eric is secretly like, it's like his thing. So I didn't know that. And you'll have to see how it plays out. Claxon Synth, I will frolic joyfully forever if you interview Nick Mestad. Okay. Put a pin in that. Put a mental pin in that.
Hold on to that one.
Yes. And then, yes, we have a censored bog blurred image as Razor Delta. That's coming in the future weeks. We have just lots going on. We'd love to have you. It's fun to hang. Check it out. I won't read off all the benefits, but there's plenty if you like to hear us do weird shit, which is
I think that's one of the good things about a Patreon that has taken, arguably 12 years to come to fruition is that you really have sat on like, what can we give the people besides more hee-hees and ha-has?
Yeah, the Tickaloos are running wild.
Right.
We're doing some video series as well. We have a short film. Eric put up his short on the page. We have another one that we're working on now, which is fun. If you haven't checked that out, it's good. The Tree and Me.
The old fun. Tree and Me.
Yeah.
this is a peek behind the curtain of like my life. I'll wake up around but somewhere between noon and 2 p.m. and then immediately go on my phone and scroll until I get tired again and then fall back asleep until like 3:30. But the last thing that I
Mhm.
saw before falling back asleep was the tree and me, and so I got to dream about a 9 foot tall Eric as a bush.
Really?
Yeah, I won't
Wow.
tell him that. That's why I'm glad we're here. It's just us boys
Yeah,
here today.
he'll never
But
he'll never find that out.
no,
That's
there's
funny.
no way
What
about
does that happen for you? Like the
it. It happens.
last thing you dream, you see, it becomes a
Yeah.
dream?
So it's never, it's not always as like vividly that thing, but it does often influence that, because then that sleep afterwards where you kind of like fall back asleep from being
Yeah.
tired is like a very light sleep, and that's where dreams love to run rampant.
Yes. No, totally. That I haven't had that sleep in like 8 or 9 years, so
Don't do it.
I'm mostly dreamless.
Right. How
Really
old are you?
good.
How old is your oldest child?
9. 9. No, I've never put that together.
Hmm.
I've never put that together. Um,
Uh, Lemming, or dreams of Eric. You know what? I'll say it.
clip
I
it,
dream of Eric Bush.
clip it. Boy, it's George H.W. Bush, and it's
That's right.
disturbing. Wow. Way to go back to the original Bush, Jet B. No one goes that deep anymore.
No one goes that deep in Bush.
Yeah.
That's what I've been.
That's what we meant to say this entire time. Speaking of going deep, let's welcome out our next guest. Very excited
Yeah.
for this creature, this
Oh, I
beast that we all encounter in our at some point, and I feel like either in your personal lives or as a friend um, that you just happen to be. Please welcome out to the rectangles your childhood stuffed animal that's still on your bed.
oh whoa!
Så ein schönes Mädchen, komm doch mal rüber. Schönes Mädchen, lass mich nie wieder. Komm schon, schönes Mädchen, komm doch mal her. Schönes Mädchen.
Hey, what's up? Like, honestly, what's up with you? I've been your treasured childhood stuffed animal, Ducky the Duck, for 35 years now. Why in the blue fuck am I still sitting on your bed? I've been with you from when you were a precious little baby boy to now when you're a semi-hairy, underemployed man. And I gotta know, dude, can you let me go? This was supposed to be like a 2-year gig for me, and suddenly now I'm in my ragged years with no shot at retirement. I'm getting too worn for this shit. Okay, let me walk you through our relationship. Your mom buys me at one of those roadside stands in Vermont. The Ducky the Duck bin is right in between the maple candy that fucks your teeth up and a rack of novelty license plates with the names of white kids on them. I remember a lot of dots. Sound familiar? Uh, we meet. You're a baby. It's lovely. We hug a lot. Some barfing, pee pee, poo poo, all part of the job. No problem. Then you're a kid. It's fine. I take the heat for you and a lot of your fuck ups. Ducky spilled the peanut butter. Oh, did I? Did I? I don't think so. Ducky doesn't eat peanut butter. Ducky thrives on childhood joy, and right now, Ducky is starving. Now, at this point, I'm starting to make plans for my life. I take a night class training to become a periodontist. I'm on Zillow looking at places in rural Maine. You hit your teen years, and suddenly, what? I'm still on your bed? What do I gotta watch you lose your virginity, dude? Come on, because I did. And honestly, for a couple minutes, I was right in there with you and Kate Santorini. I don't want to call it a threesome, but I helped bring everyone to completion. You go to college. I bathe in Jägermeister sweat for 4 years, and your frat brother Donkey uses me as a condom one night. Okay, he definitely got that girl Duck pregnant. A bunch more years go by, and here we are. I wake up with your hair from your balding head in my mouth and have an absolute lexicon of your pornographic interests. So, where do we go from here? Ducky gets it. The world is terrifying. It's hard to be an adult right now, but here's the straight dope from the duck's beak. You gotta grow up, dude. When I was a kid, I had a tiny stuffed human named Humie the Human. And it kept me safe at night. And I threw that fucker away the day my first little nub popped up out of my little beak because I was a duck. be a duck, Dave, because I'm out of here. And I'm taking the Beanie Babies, the Popples, the Care Bears, the Furbies, the Pound Puppies, Ren, Stimpy, and that giant Sailor Moon doll that we all know you're humping when we are sleeping. Bye-bye.
Calling me out directly, it's Justin Tyler, everybody.
Calling you out directly, I would never.
Calling me out. We have one singular stuffed animal that I purchased for my partner, and it sits above me now, and it freaks me out sometimes.
Wow.
I gotta ask,
Really
is that Ducky yours or
no?
Michelle?
It's funny. This was originally written to be about my childhood stuffed animal that is at my house in New York. This is my daughter's childhood stuffed animal. She's still a child, but this is well worn. She's had this since she was for 9 years. This is Ducky.
Yeah.
And I just put some foul words into his mouth.
Yeah. Ducky looks honestly great for being 9 years old.
Yes. Well, yes. And here's the secret that I can't say. So she's lost Duck a couple times, but yes, let's put it in secret mode. But Ducks always come back. But one time I was like, she left him on a ferry when we were traveling. And I was like, there's no way we're getting this duck back. So I bought a new one. And so I have a second duck but then it did. So then Ducky came back. They found him and sent him to us. It was a whole rigmarole. But now I have this secret other new duck that oh wow. I'm getting handed a little appetizer.
Is that a gummy?
Yes, this is the weed I requested. No, I think this is like a mushroom.
I thought it was a mushroom, but I thought it was just like a stemmed mushroom rather than like on a little toothpick.
That's very good. I think it's a slug on a stick.
Might be a slug on a stick.
That's how I eat. Anyway,
have you thought about the I mean, obviously children incredibly smart, being 9 years old, the smartest of the ages. If something were to happen to OG Ducky and you pull out the new one who looks so fresh and so clean, have you considered just like running it through the dirt for a little bit?
Well, here's the thing. I would never try to put one over because like that's teaching a lesson of lying. That lying is how we do things.
Right.
So I didn't do that, but is that a stuffed animal coming for you?
That was okay. A, not an animal, and B, does not. It's.
I love this.
This one, okay. This one is near and dear to my heart. Also, is not in the bed with us, but when I moved to New York, my BFFs in the whole world got me this "Get Well Soon" bear. It says "Get Well," and the note said "Break a leg."
Wow.
Okay. Now she's just being mean. She's being very mean.
That you have a lot of stuffed animals.
Look, here's the thing. Everything was not fine for a very long time.
Wow, that's just straight out the internet.
It's straight out of the internet. And look at him. He's so fat and so big. Also not in the bed with us, though. None of these are in the bed with us.
When are we going to get the bed? When are we going to get the highfalutin, the hoi polloi of stuffies, the bed ones?
Look, everything is fine. And I feel like I'm a liar, and she's called me out live on the internet, which feels mean.
Yeah.
It
couple
really
comments. I don't know if it's punching down. Was Ducky always gray? Definitely not. Bright, shiny yellow. Slug on a stick. Yum, yum. I would eat a slug. I've eaten all sorts of weird stuff. I love slugs. And Raisin Delta with perhaps the most emotionally resonant comment. Replacement Ducky sits forgotten. Something to really think about. Wow, was that making you very thoughtful for a second there?
No, I was directly asked to hide the entryway so that my partner could come back in.
Wow, you were doing some acting, and you did it.
Thank you.
Wow, Jet B was asking the real questions. A lot of my family is surrounding me here currently.
So what I'm hearing is you want me to read this out loud. I'm in your ear, though.
It's safe. I just can't say what's happening.
Right. So for everybody watching, is it better for a duck to witness your sexual progression or to sit in a box in solitary confinement?
Can both be wrong? I think both are not.
I'm gonna go with a little bit of column D.
Yeah. I need to release
Lulu,
that.
Lulu hitting us with the saddest 4 words in all of mankind. Baby shoes for sale. Wait,
Yeah.
never worn.
Yeah. This is the craziest stuffed animal I have, though.
That is a crazy stuffed animal.
There's something wrong with it. It's full of slugs.
Where's ours?
Snap I just got here. What is going on? We truly cannot catch you up, Snap
Oh God. Okay, so this is a character show, and for the last, I want to say 15 minutes, we've been talking about eating slugs, and then my partner was throwing stuffed animals at me. I will not explain.
Yes, Red. I was here at 8 p.m. Then had to take a call that just ended. So that's living. Short clear
Yeah.
calling out my dog by name. Jasper featured heavily in the Green Room podcast. He was there the entire time.
And if that's not an ad for the Patreon, there isn't one. One does not exist. I do.
Yes.
Otherwise, I will get punched lightly. I babysat this kid who had a favorite dog plushie. His parents got him a backup, so did his aunt. And the kid then found them and just had all 3 at the same.
I mean, that's best possible outcome there, because that's I idealized.
That is
How many slugs does the dog contain? Uncounted, perhaps uncountable.
uncountable.
The only we can count and we can count on is our next character.
That's true.
And this will be the final character of the night. So get out your tickloos and put them on the shelf, because it's time for them to dance. Yes, comedy sleeps very soon.
But no one in your home does right now.
But yes, exactly right. Everyone's alive and kicking. Let's see. Let's welcome out a friend that we've seen a lot lately. And you know why? We've seen him a lot lately? That his intro is just his name and what he's doing. Please welcome out to the Rectangles, Dajin, doing 3 short characters. So we're going to see some breaks in here. And first, a teacher who won't give up.
No.
Whoa!
You know what? Rip out the first page of your textbook. The school board wanted this for you. Actually, you know what? They wanted to expel all of you. But when I became a teacher, I made a promise never to give up on any student, even if you're only in summer school because you use ChatGPT on tests. So we're going to spend the next month figuring out who you are, figuring out what you want out of life. And I'm also going to teach you how to cheat the old school way. Are you listening, Brad, Khalil, and Jessica? Oh, how do I know your name's day one? Well, cheating. You can write hints all over your body. Look, Pythagorean theorem, right there. Branches of government, right there. Anywhere teachers cannot put hands on you, write the answers. If I put a hand on you, I become a pedophile, which is barely one rung above summer school teacher. Now this phone can get you through 12th grade, sure. But old school cheating, it prepares you for life. You learn to cheat right, you could grow up to be a banker, a politician. Hell, half the school boards using your education to cheat on their taxes. You're a mere deduction to the world. And the great words, keep pushing forward, for greatness awaits those who persist. Those are the words of Martin Luther King, famous for cheating on his wife. Now everybody look to your left. Now look to your right. Now look at Jessica's desk, because it's the only way I can get promoted to real teacher. Please. I want to reinforce each and every one of you is more than copy pasta from ChatGPT. You need to copy pasta from each other. Sorry, 1 second. I wrote a whole thing down. That's a little embarrassing. Okay, ChatGPT bad, homework, Martin Luther King. Here we go. You have reached your limit of 40 messages. Upgrade to ChatGPT Pro. All right, that's that one. Cut for a second. Okay.
And wow, okay. New director in the house. Wow, look at these. I love these haunting noises that are
Okay, ready?
giving us so much.
Stop digging, boys. We found her. The legendary G's lamp of the East. Worked our whole lives for this. And best of all, we get 2 whole wishes. Yeah, I rubbed the lamp and I talked to the genie. And he says we get 2 whole wishes. It's classic genie. Come on, why do you guys look upset? This is a monumental achievement. We can wish for world peace, or like an end to famine, or like pants that fit all 3 of us, like magic pants. Isn't that amazing? No, like lamps have 2 wishes, not 3. Remember the whole fable? We went through the 3 chambers, and then we had to solve the 3 puzzles. Now we get the 2 wishes. Look, there's even a poem in Arabic. Check it out. On to you a rub for thee at the end of your journey. A fable wish to meet genie, and I will grant thee wishes 2. 2 wishes. Well, I mean, it's a translation from Arabic, so it's the pentameter doesn't always rhyme. Well, then why is my dick so big? Well, if my dick's so big, why does my girlfriend want to open our relationship? Look, guys, just stick with me here, okay? We can either wish to be kings of the universe, or we can use the 2 wishes to get a matching pair of testicles with no varicose veins. So what do you want to do? You want the dick thing too? All right, maybe we can make this a twofer. No, it's pretty easy. All I did was rub the lamp and then say something like, I wish I had the biggest dick for any mammal on the planet. Okay, that one was an accident.
Yes, great. Wow. The slow reveal on that. Everyone in the comments is like, everyone realized at a different moment what was happening.
All right, last one. Medic! Come on, Stovall, damn it, breathe. Look me in the eyes, damn it. I know you took some hits, but you're not going anywhere, you son of a bitch. Come on. A couple years from now, we'll be laughing about how you took a whole clip from me. Medic! Okay, brother. I'll give you the morphine, but I'm proud to have served with you. Anything you need. Okay. Where's your fiance live? Nebraska. Okay, no. I'll go to Omaha, Nebraska. Not Omaha. Colonel Pop, Nebraska. Is that like a suburb? No, not at all. They don't allow cars, but there's a bus that comes from Corn Pop, Nebraska. What, 6 hours away? Jesus. No wonder you enlisted. Okay, no. It's okay. I'll take the bus. It only leaves once a month. Okay, here you go. Dumb question. Is there like a post office nearby? It's in Redenbacher City, a 6-hour tractor ride away. Medic! No, this guy has to live. He has. No, sure. If you live, I'll go home to Chicago. Then I'll do all the stuff you said. Yeah, it's fine. Well, no, I can't visit every Memorial Day, but Medic, here he is. Can you patch him up? Stovall, damn it! Okay. Okay. No, I'll be okay. But before he passed, he had one last request. He wanted you to see Nebraska. Black
Hey, Dage and Chesapeake Gorgas, everybody.
Woo!
Bringing us 3 pieces and some sweet, sweet sweat drops.
Yeah.
Blazing out. That's how you know the work is working. That's very fun. That second piece is so funny.
Thanks.
I mean, they're all great, but that one, like, the slow burn of it is so great. Like, you should go back and read the comments. There's just like some people early classic Genie. Oh my God, I was smoking right when the flop occurred. Wow, it took me way too long to figure this out. What was going on? The coughing fit that ensued was mighty. Yes, so good.
I used one with rub for me. Nice.
Yes,
some of those
people
might make it to
are
the stage
weighing.
next week. We'll see.
Yeah. So you're doing this. This is your next piece for Betty Night.
Yeah, we're doing a bit show, so a bunch of 90-second to 2 minutes, and we're just gonna keep running it. Yeah, so this is fun. My wife, I'll show you the foam, like the giant foam cut thing. So this is, those foam toppers you put on a mattress.
Oh yeah.
My wife, it was like too big for the bed, so she cut a sliver, and it's like this 8-foot long, just foam thing. And she's like, "Hey, do you want to use it for a prop?" And I was like, "Yes."
So this piece came out. The prop first inspired you.
This was
You're
prop,
like, I can make that into a dick.
Prop first, yeah. And then I was like, "Okay, cool." She has this thing from Morocco, this like tea joint, and I did go into like our rehearsal, like, okay, y'all got to work with me on this, but I have a 9-foot foam thing I want to use as a penis. I want it to be like a defensive thing about a guy who's saying, "No, I totally used my wish on world peace. I don't know what you could indicate that I didn't." And then it's just a clear, different visual. So
yeah,
shout out to Graham Techler. He pitched the Genie thing on that. So I was like, "Oh, great. Wishes 3.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Going from prop
2
to
wishes.
You get 2, 2 whole wishes.
Very funny. Can't wait to hear how that goes. That's going to be a good one. And then is the third piece also in the Blackout show?
I think I'm deciding if it's 1 and 2 or 2 and 3. So third piece works. I might get like a blood prop. I'm not quite sure, but I think like the idea, if I do a little sound painting and keep pressure on them, and then every time I turn away, there's something.
Wow, that's cool. I mean, that's awesome.
So yeah, this is like a fun show, fun bit show. This is our second to last show, so I'm excited to knock these ones out.
And then the last is best of, right?
We have this one more, and then best of in September.
Oh, yeah. I see. Okay, great. Wow, that's so cool. I like getting behind the process for all the folks out there. Very cool.
Yeah, a little research.
What else is going on, Dajan? You're always busy.
I had an interview with a kids brand last week. It did not go well, but it was fine. But it was hot. It was like the 100-degree day. And
the worst day. Everyone was mad in New York that day.
Oh my gosh, it was
bad day to do anything. It
was also the day before I did the live stream last week, and that's why I asked, like, is my sweat that obvious? Because I think it was bad on the interview. I think it was bad.
That's not fair. Everyone's gonna sweat on a hot day.
Oh my gosh.
I think he was lying. He was sweating the entire time. 100 degrees.
He was really nervous about the shows he likes to, the kids shows he likes to watch. I wonder if he's defensive about that. Besides that, I did drop, I think the thing I promoted last week, I finally put on my YouTube channel. It's called Dudes on First, and it's a parody of Who's on First. Oh, thank you.
There it is.
So it's 14 characters in 2.5 minutes, and it's mostly 2 people talking with like a bunch of intercuts, but it took so freaking long to edit and blue screen everybody, and my wife and my sister were in it, my buddy Ben. So it was like, it's a good one to be done with, but it's also like a very like, okay, my tribute to Abbott and Costello. So that's up. That put that out Monday.
Very cool.
And then besides that, Betty next Wednesday at this time. I guess that's the 9th. And then I'm doing Brooklyn Comedy Collective's the Improv-a-thon something a week from Saturday at 5 o'clock.
Cool, man.
A group called Brother Toast. So
Brother Toast.
Brother Toast.
Very cool. Well, thanks for being here. I'm sure we'll see you again soon. You are in the cycle, as they say. And have a good one. I'm very excited to hear how these pieces go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And thank you for the time and the wishes, the well wishes.
Yes, no, I gave you that first wish. I don't need it. I don't need that wish.
Oh my gosh. And it's the blue thing and 3 layers of pantyhose on top of it. Try to color match as best as I could.
It's good. It's really good. Awesome, Dejan. We'll see you soon.
Maybe I'll pop on later to say bye. All right. Thanks a lot.
Later.
Later, David. Wow.
Oh, I like this. You come in and say goodbye. It's like a sort of a fist bump on the way out.
Yeah.
Very
like
cool.
a stand-up show.
Yeah. I love it. I want to shout out a new Patreon member. It is over the course of the show. Joining us is Shoikler in the Patreon. Shoikler. Yes, look, he's teeing me up in the comments. Yeah, I got you covered, Shoik. I got you covered.
So how many people have joined the Patreon?
Yeah, exactly. Just an innocent little Shoik coming up to ask you a little question.
Well, hey.
Very fun.
Speaking of the Patreon, when are you or Eric going to send me the graphic assets so I can update this overlay?
A great question. One that we can answer in 3 minutes when the show's over. But you know what that is? You know what that is? That's called social pressure, and I take it. That's the way to do it. I will send you those ASAP. Now that I've been publicly scolded, at least I'm here. Eric is quote unquote changing a tire in somewhere in the Northeast. I don't
believe him because I saw the story that they were in a tire shop being helped by the tiniest little like all white Pomeranian.
Yeah, I know, and like that Pomeranian puts the tires on themselves, so I don't know what they're even doing.
Yeah, I don't know what the issue is. I do like this adjective. I've been shrieketh.
Yeah.
Do you like that? Shrieketh.
Adjective, sound effect, way of life. Some
stuffed animal.
Yes. Wow.
There he is.
Look at that beast.
He's a beast.
Stretching out.
Several
what kind of dog is that?
That is a blue heeler mix.
I was gonna say it is. That would have been my guess. I didn't expect that.
Yep.
A classic bluey.
Classic bluey. Kids love him if they're not terrified of his absolute size. He's a unit.
Yeah, a unit. Folks, that's the show. This has been Characters Welcome for this Wednesday, the first Wednesday in July. We will be back here next week. We have a show at the end of July in the city at the UCB Theater. The theme of this is first timers. I think we're going to get all first time performers up on the show, which is going to be very cool. And Eric and Sarah are hosting because Hartney and I are out of town. And they are going to do their first ever pieces they did when they were members of Characters Welcome.
That's terrifying.
Yes. And let me say, Eric has talked about how his crashed and burned. I'm curious if it will succeed this time.
Is his we could talk about this because I don't want to shout it out just in case it is, but is his first piece the one I'm thinking of?
Yes, I think well, I don't know. Maybe I'll tell you. I don't want to spoil it for him. So
right, exactly.
Gotcha. But I will say it to you afterwards. But he has told the story on the show many times.
Okay, then yes. I do want to. Yes, this dog does contain so many.
Yes, that's a sluggy dog.
Lots of slugs. As a sluggy dog.
Folks, enjoy. What I hope is a holiday weekend. If you have an extra day off, enjoy that. Go get out there, have some fun. We'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Thank you for being here, Jorge, and we'll see you all soon.